What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and one of the best things to watch happen in real time in Hollywood is when the woke eat each other alive, when people who push identity politics and social justice ahead of everything else end up taking each other out. And that's exactly what happened in the case of Netflix The Power of the Dog director Jane Campion. And the irony of this entire thing is she was probably feeling great. Everybody woke Twitter was praising Jane Campion, not only for her gay cowboy story, The Power of the Dog, but also because she went after Sam Elliott. There was a cancel culture mob that went after Sam Elliott because of his criticisms of Power of the Dog on Netflix. So Jane Campion took that opportunity. She said Sam Elliott's sexist, he's backwards, he's acting like a bitch because of the way that he criticized this film. Sam Elliott basically said, this has nothing to do, this is not a cowboy film, this is not a Western. They basically just took the opportunity and made this movie. It's not really about cowboys, it's more just about a gay story. That's kind of what Sam Elliott's perspective on it was. And he got a lot of heat from people on Twitter, from woke lunatics, right, that wanted him canceled, that wanted him done in the entertainment industry. Jane Campion joined in that. But it wasn't too much longer that she was on the receiving end herself. Netflix director Jane Campion accused of racism, white feminism, for comparing herself to Venus and Serena Williams. So it's so funny. It always happens like this. These people who preach the loudest, these people who think they're on top of the identity politics, hell, well, I guess there's someone who's more oppressed than you that you didn't factor in. This is what people are losing their minds over. Jane Campion accepting her Critics' Choice Awards for Best Director, saying, Venus and Serena, you're marvels, but you don't have to compete against the men like I do. And watch the reaction and listen to the reaction from the crowd.
The nominees, and you know, Serena and Venus, you are such marvels. However, you do not play against the guys. Like I have to.
Look at that face. She's like, oh, so this white woman up here is saying that she has it tougher than me? That's interesting. Finally, a couple people bail her out and start clapping because they realize, oh man, this is very, very awkward. Well, it wasn't long after that you know, some people started to go after her on Twitter. That Jane Campion whiplash is the perfect distillation of white feminism. Fuck Jane Campion, and fuck everyone who laughed at her comment about Venus and Serena. There is literally nothing funny about an old white woman raising herself and her accomplishments up by stepping on black women and their accomplishments. Now they have a cocktail. It's amazing how much real estate the Williams occupy in people's minds. In addition to the racism, Campion is suggesting that competing against men's more difficult / legitimate than competing against women. Has she met women? These are the type of people you're appealing to. These are the type of people that you have decided are in your sphere here. So you are now beholden to them, Jane Campion. You get everything that you deserve. Me at Jane Campion for shading Venus and Serena Williams. What she said was not funny or appropriate. It was racist. White people laugh and think that it was valid. Shows why there's still so many dumb issues in this industry. They're okay with the casual racism because they don't see racism the way that we do. This is so effing awful. White women think misogyny is the only oppression and refuse to see the way racism also oppresses black women. This is insanity. It was a simple joke. I don't like Jane Campion. I'm not going to watch Power of the Dog after seeing their synopsis and the reviews and clearly what they're pushing in there, including a relationship with, you know, a widow's son and things like that. I have no interest in it. Absolutely none. But I don't like Jane Campion, but now she's being canceled. She is being canceled by the very same people that were applauding her just a little bit before for standing up to Sam Elliott. Now what has to happen, of course, she bends the knee. Here's the headline. Director Jane Campion apologizes to Williams sisters for saying, you don't play against the guys like I do. And here's the apology. I did not intend to devalue these two legendary black women and world-class athletes, Campion said in her apology. The fact is, the Williams sisters have actually squared off against men on the court, and they have both raised the bar and opened doors for what's possible for women in the world. The last thing I'd ever want to do is minimize remarkable women. I love Venus and Serena. Their accomplishments are titanic and inspiring. I apologize and completely celebrate you. The problem is this will not be enough. This apology will not be enough. People will never forget this. They will always continue to bring it up. So the very same person that they were praising, that they were so happy to be behind, says one thing, one joke that goes the wrong way, labeled a racist, they attempt to cancel them. That's how the woke mob works. That's how the cancel culture mob works. That's how leftists work. They continue to eat themselves alive. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my PO box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.